Guess what? Graves wasn't done yet. Quick quarterback change for the Lions. You're going to see here freshman Blake Meeks looks to give this offense some juice, and Lakelion says, not today, baby. Flips his hips, tracks the football for the pick. This kid is just special, and closing out the second quarter, we don't see the tush push. We see the bulldog push. Brooks on the QB sneak. That's another touchdown. 20-2 Kilgore as they came out swinging from the opening kick.
And fellas, right now it's 27-12. Kilgore is still up. I'm not gonna lie, I was talking to a couple people on the sideline. Man, the lead is right now. It's only a 2-score game, but it just feels like 100 points. I mean, that's how significant, honestly, how Kilgore has dominated this game. But hey, who knows? There's still plenty of time. We got 9 minutes left in the fourth. Anything can happen. But hey, who knows? 10:35. I might have another different kind of update for you. Who knows? Well, back to you.
That one could be a lot worse.
Yeah.
You know, it could be a lot worse. And it just, we're here, but just from what I saw on the screen, on the highlight stuff, looks like Kilgore's just a lot bigger up front, man.
Yeah, and makes sense.
Yeah,
not surprised to see that, honestly. But you talked about it actually on our kickoff show, how Lions Stadium is one of the best venues that you've been to. Yes. So Damien kind of echoing that.
Yes. And they have the best, inflatable to run out of. It's that big old line that goes like this, back and forth.
It's a good one. Them and the Grapeland Zebras.
It is tall. Oh, yes.
Or not.
Great. It's not Grapeland, but there is a zebra. There is a zebra
somewhere.
there. Hey, I was out at the Tomato Bowl, though. This was the best stadium in East Texas for a reason. But check this out. They walked down from the stands to get onto the field. It was Jacksonville taking on Hallsville.
That's a good one, too.
Yes, good one. Two winless teams. Sorry, not undefeated. Hallsville found a cheat code early on, just handed off to Coulter Evans. Bumps his way into the end zone early on. Oh, actually, just barely missed the end zone early on. This is him. Just the next play, Evans hopping his way into the end zone for the first score of the ball game. Now, what do you do when you find a cheat code? You spam it. Here's Evans again. That's not a replay, folks. That's the very next drive. Bobcats just go down and score fast. Check this out, though. New back and boom, spear, baby. Check that out. Bobby Suarez Mosley stopping the run with emphasis. This was later on, though. Mix it up with a pass. Caden Wallace, he actually got blown up on that play. Hits his man, Dax Ani, in stride just enough for him to get into the end zone, but Jacksonville wasn't going quietly into the night here. This one scored. Caden Boyd pushed it right over the edge in there for the end zone. Let's see that score for me. Got a little ugly, 52-14. Jacksonville, I think I picked them to win this one. Hallsville went ahead and jumped out early, and that one looks like they are running away with it a little bit. They'll get that first win of the season if so.
All right, we're going to move on to Eagle Stadium, where the Eagles are matching up against the Liberty-Ilo Leopards, the Texarkana team, for a district battle starting here in the first quarter on a 4th and long. Leopards QB Huntley Fisher looking to pass, scrambles to his left, and he's going to take it himself, headed to that first down marker. But check this out, Grayson Lee with the big hit. Refs say he's just short of the marker, so that's a turnover on downs after a 3-and-out. Leopards ball again. This is Carlos Hernandez getting the handoff. He turns on the speed, works towards the sidelines, but just can't quite stay in bounds. Same drive, Leopards in scoring position. Hernandez again with the handoff. He's going to cut outside, slips a tackle, and muscles his way into the end zone. Leopards strike first, and they lead at 7-zip. Eagles ball, Tatum with the triple option. The back, Elijah Williams, gets the handoff, but Zot Welch lays down the hammer. Loose ball, and it ends up with Grayson Bartley. And look at the big man run. Sheds a tackle, but just can't keep away from the defenders there, down in Leopards territory. And let's check out where we're at right
Happy
here,
accident
right
there.
now.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
more of the same. So Liberty-Ilo, I think we both took Tatum in that one too, but
I think I did.
They fall 28-13.
Hey, shout out to Robert for the camera work there. That triple option is an absolute nightmare to
Yes,
try to get some footage of. You don't know who's got the ball, but hey, take me out to Chapel Hill. Bulldogs hosted Palestine Wildcats early in the first quarter. This bad boy is tied up at 7 apiece. Palestine's kicking off here. Bulldogs' Ryan Harris snags the kick, takes off, gets a few blocks. He's going to get dragged down eventually just by his ankle. Little ankle pick there, back there. And later on in the drive, oh, look at that, Chapel Hill. Later on in the drive, Malik G decides to take a little run for himself. Draw, bowling in hand for 20 yards and a first down. Malik G decided to go do it himself. That drive stalls. Give me to the 5-yard line, and the Bulldogs going on 4th down. G takes the snap, dishes it out to Ryan Harris, just takes it into the end zone. The extra point is good. Bulldogs up 14-7. Palestine gets right back to it. Noah Hutchinson looks and finds his man speeding downfield deep. Braylon Beckworth across midfield. That's a first down and a lot more. A few plays later, Wildcats go direct snap. Wildcats going to Wildcat to Beckworth, who takes it into the touchdown. This one's tied up at 14. We're still in the first quarter. Check Chapel Hill gets the ball back to G. Rolls out DeMarcion Blaylock, who takes it to the 20 yards into the end zone for the touchdown. Chapel Hill 21, Palestine 14. I can't believe how close this was early on. Looks like they pulled ahead a little bit.
Wow.
Palestine, a little lagging behind a little bit, but they hung with them for a while. That's a lot closer than I thought that game was going to be. I'm not going to lie. 69-29.
Good effort in the first quarter. They're probably glad we didn't get to see the rest of it. But
Nice.
Let's go to Harrington Stadium. It's Brook Hill hosting Grace. A lot of Syracuse fans in the house, Jimmy. I saw a lot of Go Orange signs. Love to see it. I don't think that has anything to do with the jersey that they're wearing. Paul Antoine Lapointe tries to stretch this over the line, but no dice. Next play, though, a little easier for him this time as the junior finds Pine to put Brook Hill up 7-3 midway through the second quarter. And a big play like that deserves a big hug. Love it.
Nice.
Check out this play, though. Sophomore quarterback Zachary Ryle steps back and fires downfield to Lapointe. This kid's everywhere. Now watch him put the moves on to lose a pair of Grace defenders. Where were they going? That's just too easy, folks. Brook Hill's lead increases to 14-3. Cougars going to try to answer back. Dylan Stinson looking over the middle for Doak Porter, but that pass is broken up by the senior Blake Witten, who's got something to say to the Grace students section. Rivalry games, folks, am I right? Later on, Ryle and the guard are back at it again. That pass finds Cole Schlutter in the end zone, and it is all Brook Hill in this first half. They lead it 21-3 as we enter the break.
That's a rivalry game.
That's a rivalry game, but they made it look like an easy dub. Brook Hill wins at 44-10.
Yeah, that's a big-time win for him. And you know, Dan, you know what time it is? It is my least favorite part of the show because we got to stop these highlights. I guess we are the news or whatever, so we're getting into the news for tonight. Here's Brennan Gurley with the latest headlines.
Dan and Jimmy, a Lufkin police officer is on administrative leave after a chase involving a stolen truck ended in a crash that killed a Lufkin ISD educator. Morgan Wright was a speech pathologist with Lufkin ISD. She was hit and killed Monday when a 16-year-old driving a stolen truck slammed into her vehicle during a police chase. Tonight, Lufkin police say the primary officer involved has been placed on administrative leave as both a criminal investigation and internal review are underway. In a statement, the department said, quote, "As with any incident involving serious bodily injury or death, the officer has been placed on leave per department policy. A full internal investigation is being conducted to ensure a thorough and impartial review," unquote. If you got an old traffic ticket or a minor offense in Tyler, now's your chance to clear it without risking jail time. There are over 57,000 outstanding warrants dating back to 1992, totaling more than $26 million in fines. From October 6th through the 17th, the City of Tyler Municipal Court is offering a warrant solution program to help people resolve Class C misdemeanors and traffic citations. Show up voluntarily at a Tyler Municipal Court and you'll have the chance to set up a payment plan or speak directly with a judge if you need help.
This is the opportunity for people to absolutely clean their slate, get their court business behind them, and move forward in their lives. By settling your cases with the court, you will avoid consequences, including additional charges, fines, court costs, fees, and complications with your driver's license.
But here's the catch. Once that program ends, officials say enforcement will ramp up. Dan and Jimmy, back to you.
Thank you so much, Brendan.
Thank you, Brendan. I do need to give a shout out to Jacksonville tonight. What an environment for them. There was packed in that house, by the way. Like I said, no wins between them, but I'm talking about the baton twirlers, the cheerleaders, all of them. You know, the varsity and the JV squad. Yep. You know, the band was fantastic. The Flaming J, I can't get enough of it. I need to go back to Jacksonville. That's the best stadium in East Texas.
Well, folks, make sure you stay with us because we got, Jimmy, your player of the week is coming up after this, plus plenty of more highlights.
It's a good one.
Hello, East Texas. Welcome back into Under the Lights. Dan Belay and Jimmy Searfoss with y'all. Jimmy, tell me a little something about our Player of the Week.
Yeah, our Player of the Week is a very special one for us. I don't know if anyone knows this, but Emerson had not actually joined us here at CBS19 just for a little bit. He wanted to get a taste for what it's like on field, or behind on the desk for us. And this week we got to see what he's like on the field, and it was real special for us. So here's Emerson Hadnot.
CBS19 Sports Player of the Week, sponsored by East Texas Professional Credit Union.
Emerson Hadnot has been cruising through high school football for the last few years, casually being one of the best backs in TAPS. But now, in his senior year, he's empty in the tank.
This was it. I ain't got no more redos after this season, so I'm going out there every week and just trying to, go be the best, go, run somebody over, go throw a stiff arm, go get as many yards as I can get.
And defenders are starting to feel it. Trinity Christian found out the hard way. If you're gonna tackle Emerson, you better bring a friend, or 3, because if not, he's gonna go 4 touchdowns and over 250 yards.
It just all opened up. They didn't want to tackle, they didn't want to hit, and you could have drove a truck through the gaps that my linemen were setting for me, and so I just hit him and ran.
Because Mr. Hadnot doesn't plan on leaving anything on the field in his final season.
I want, after my last game, not to be disappointed, because that's what everybody says, When you graduate, you're gonna think, oh, I wish I'd done this, I wish I'd done that. I don't want to look back and have those regrets.
If anything, he's looking to pick something up from his play.
I want offers, number one.
And he's doing every single thing he can to get one. And now everyone else is buying into that same mentality Emerson has. And winning is starting to follow those All Saints trophies.
I think people still underrate us a little bit, and they think that they can just kind of whoop up on us just because it's All Saints, but they don't realize that this is not the same All Saints.
Shout out Emerson, love that. This is a game I was looking forward to, though, at Jack Murphy Stadium, Gladewater, honoring the Weldon Bumblebees. Okay, Jimmy, yeah, you like this game. Sabine Cardinals enter the field looking to upset the Bears / the Bumblebees. 4th down here, Gladewater deciding to go for it. Good choice as Achilles Hess rolls out and finds Maddox Vasquez for the 1st down. Nice play. Hess steps back this time and hits Vasquez for the beautiful catch for the 1st down and more. Gladewater power formation in a little bit here. Yeah, the jerseys are throwing me off. All right. Power formation here. Hess hands it off to Carson Cooper as he gets into the end zone early. Extra point would be missed, though, so it's 6-0 Gladewater here in the 2nd quarter. Now the Bears with the ball again. Hess with the quarterback keeper gets stripped of the ball, but Kason Harris was there to make sure that they're still on it. All right, okay. No harm, no foul. Everything is all right. Everything is all right. Heads up play there. All right. Where we go? Outside, easily strolls into the end zone. This is Cooper once again on the handoff. Extra point would be good. It's 13-0 Gladewater at this point. Let's see where we're. Wow. Okay. All right. I said I liked Gladewater pregame, and well, they went 47.
Against the Green Bees. Haven't seen those before. It's homecoming night over in Hawkins. Tonight they're hosting Ore City. This one is an interesting one. We're going to see Ore City next week, actually, in our stream game of the week. Right out of the gate, though, here's Eli Smith taking his time, finds Braden Givens onto the other side of the field, twists his way out of this tackle for a few more seas of Rebels, comes right and hits him. Eli Smith again here. This time, he's going to get this one to Riggin Smith. He's going to get tripped up by Kyler Rowe. Was able to get that 1st down, though, for Hawkins. Put him in good field position. This sets him up for the play right here. Eli finds Riggin Smith again. Getting some pressure from Tavarius Pritchett. Let's see, that doesn't stop him. He slung his way into the end zone. Ore City's Tavarius Pritchett helping Hawkins score the 1st touchdown of the night. Wrong team, man. Ore City trying to build off of that. Blake Johns, he eventually confuses the camera girl. Fake handoff, rushes it right, and Luke launches it to the ball. Tavarius Pritchett again for Ore City's touchdown. Hawkins 8, Ore City 6 at the end of that 1st quarter. That one.
Why is everybody waiting to score till we leave?
Trust me, Ore City's going to be way better this week, when they play on Thursday Night Lights.
It's going to be a must-watch.
Oh, yeah, you're going to want to watch it. I'll be there.
Absolutely. All right, we got Maybank and Pine Tree, the Panthers, visiting the Pirates. All aboard, mateys. Pirates looking for a battle at sea, and they'll fight anybody. They don't care. They'll fight anybody. Panthers with the ball first, but not for long. Jackson Copeland out with the ball, taking it downfield before fumbling on the tackle. Aiden Smith with the recovery. Here's Colton Croft for the Pirates. Nice handoff to Roger Attaway, and attaboy Attaway. Look at him go into the end zone. That was a little Shark TikTok dance. Okay, not what I would have done. Pirates once again dominating Croft with an overseas throw to Ashton Valentine.
Look at his move.
This time, Pirates make it look easy on that tutty. Love it. And no celebration on that one. Pine Tree with the ball again. Croft hands it off to Jacarius Timmons. He breaks through the wall of the Panthers, finds the end zone again. Second quarter now, Croft with an end zone pass to Valentine, but this one is not completed. Pirates going for the field goal. Here's Julian Ibarra, and that is good. Just pouring it on in the Pirate ship.
Yeah,
and,
no kidding. Pine Tree with the, 8 times 8 is 64. It's a multiple of 8.
That's a great point.
You're welcome.
Good quick math.
I can do a little math. Hey, speaking of math, some numbers in this thing. Let's check out the weather coming up. Jamie Hazard, what you got?
Hey, East Texas, here's a big picture look at this week. So tonight we're going to be in those low 60s. Tomorrow we're going to be in the high 80s and sunny. And then looking ahead, we're going to be in the 80s and the low 60s all week long. So if you like that warm weather, you are in for a treat. And then you can see that tonight we're going to be humid. And then tomorrow we're going to jump down to a comfortable level. And then Sunday through next Wednesday, we're going to be back in that humid range. But be careful because this weekend we are in a low to moderate range and high in some areas. And burn bans are in effect for Angelina, Shelby, and Houston County. So make sure you are aware of that. Airfest is on Saturday. So at 10 a.m. we're going to be 78 with sunny skies, and then noon we're going to be at 84 with sunny skies, and then a light breeze at 2 p.m. and 87 degrees. And then here's a look at the next 7 days for you. So Saturday and Sunday we're going to be in those high 80s, low 60s. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday you do have a chance for some showers, and then Thursday we are going to see a little bit of a cold front run in to Friday, and we'll be in those low 80s and then 60s all week long for your lows. And that's a look at the next 7 days.
Everybody, welcome back into Under the Lights. Dan Millay and Jimmy Searfoss with y'all. Jimmy, we have even more highlights to show the good people of East Texas. We got a whole lot more. Don't forget, folks, we're going to switch over to CBS19 Plus at 10:30. But for now, we're going to Winona. Jimmy.
Heck yeah. Hey, hosting West Crest, 35-0 Raiders. Wildcats looking for some points. Jesse Barton looks around, gets hit ball, tossing that one, tosses a duck. It's intercepted by Chris Sanchez. Third quarter now, Winona's Barton scrambles out, gets hit again here. That West Rusk defense just putting the work in on the quarterback over for Winona. That one's getting intercepted by Tucker Heathcote. Raiders wanting more points. Here's Judson Dotson. He was that. We had his name said a lot, when they played on again on our Thursday Night Lights show. This one swarmed by defenders. He scored this one. How about that West Rusk defense?
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere. This one fumbled the snap, hands it off. This one kicks out of the outside, puts his shoulder down. Dotson, man, just moving his way into the end zone. That one's in there for the touchdown. Let's see that final score here. West Rusk at Winona.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what it basically looked like from those highlights there. 48-0. Big time 0-4 win.
All right, now let's head over to Big Sandy where the Wildcats hosted Beckville, the Bearcats of Beckville, picking up here in the third quarter. Beckville is dominating. Oh my word, it's already 49-0. Braxton Bullock hands it off to Grayson Hicks, breaks a few tackles, does a spin move. Whoa, hey now. And then slides his way in for a first down. Bullock here again handing off to Jordan Prince. He rushes his way down the left side and they cannot touch him. His quickness is moving the chains for Beckville like they've been doing all night long. Beckville again. Bullock finds Grayson Hicks, looks for that breakthrough, but he's taken down by Quentin Strain, limiting the damage, trying to limit the damage at least. Bullock sees Jordan Prince deep this time, down the right side, right into the end zone for another Beckville touchdown, making it look too easy. Wildcats here looking to put something on the board. Jonathan Taylor throws it deep up to Evan Jajang, and he catches it way downtown for a first down. By the end of the third quarter, though, Beckville up 49-0 over Big Sandy, and it didn't get a whole lot better. Beckville takes it 56-0.
Yeah, this one, let's see if this one's any better. Sit back and relax, maybe bring your own lawn chair for some six-man football at Christian Heritage in Longview. They hosted the Trinity School of Texas Titans. We know them. That was from our Game of the Week last week, or our Play of the Week. Centennial's dominating this game tonight. Here's Owen Holcomb looking for an open player. Throws it to Griffin Holt. This is good for a Centennial touchdown. A lot of scoring in these six-man games, Dan. We learned that last night. Centennials once more. Owen again looking for the Titans. Makes a move. He sees Kobe, oh my last name, swooping in for another Centennial touchdown. Now, Dan, I would do him disservice if I tried to pronounce that last name right now. Christian Heritage on a roll tonight. Owen goes long to Griffin, and it's an open for the end zone. Rising that football like a trophy, man. Titans with the ball now. Prince to Zuni, looking downfield, throw is intended for Zach McDaniel. It's intercepted by Colt Stone. He's down for the zigzag. Centennial touchdown. That's game. Centennials win 43-14. There's actually a mercy rule in those six-man games. I wanted to see if I can get that name.
Oh, sorry.
But we'll see. I'll try it later on. But
I like the name Colt Stone. That's Texas
yeah,
right
that's
there.
a good name right there. 63-14.
All right, over at Rose Stadium where the Red Raiders begin the second half trailing the North Forney Falcons 21-10. Legacy opens up in tempo with quarterback Carson Gray looking for a receiver and then taking off on his own, scrambling to pick up a first down and a little bit more later on in the drive. It'll be Gray once again, this time on a called quarterback run, and he picks up another first down inside the 20-yard line, just barreling his way through defenders, using his arms to. And this time, Lenny is going to use his hands to find Acra White, who spins for a few more yards. But the Raiders would have to settle for a field goal by James Rosal to make the score North Forney 21, Tyler Legacy 13. On the ensuing kickoff, North Forney's Elijah Otieno takes the ball and takes off, evading Raiders as he goes all the way down. He's going to go to the 10-yard line before eventually being taken down. A couple plays later, quarterback legend Bay takes it in for the touchdown. Extra point was good on this one. Falcons lead at 28-13 over the Red Raiders at that. Wow. Whoa. Okay.
Whoa.
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tyler Legacy.
Defense. No, I have to practice next time. All right, Dan, I think I got it.
Okay.
Moxinjemba. It's Cody Moxinjemba.
Shout out Cody Moxinjemba.
Sorry, Cody.
We hope you're watching, and we hope you stick around for the next block. Because, Jimmy, we're talking movers and shakers.
Yes, sir. We got some good ones. Welcome back, people. It's the best part of the night. We're talking the biggest movers up and down that Fab 15 poll is what we vote on it. We see it all the time. And we have some big ones moving up and down today. Dan, you had one that you wanted to get real off your chest there.
I do. I want to talk about Brook Hill, Jimmy, because they haven't been a consistent figure on the Fab 15 for the 3A, the 2A, and the TAPS. They've been, on the fringes at times this year. I think they were maybe 13, 14, 15 at one point, but they're not on it anymore. Didn't get any votes that I saw, but a really dominant performance tonight over Grace, and I think they deserve to be on that Fab 15.
Dan, when I talked to Brandon Ogden yesterday, he brought up the West Rusk Raiders, and I completely agree with him because, we talked about Tatum a lot, but you talked a lot about Gladewater, but this team has beaten both of them. The only guys they've slipped up against is Malakoff, and we know those guys are good. These guys are solid, especially that defense, and now that offense is getting together tonight. 42 points on Winona.
That'll do.
They're heating up, baby.
All right, folks, as we get close to the end of this show, again, we're going to be on CBS19 Plus in a bit, but we got to talk future plans, as in where we'll be next week for our Under the Lights kickoff show. We're going to be staying home, folks. We're in the Rose City Rose Stadium. Tyler High hosting Cleburne. You can join us live next Friday at 6:30 for our Under the Lights kickoff show. Jimmy, I am looking forward to that one. I'm excited to be in the Rose City.
Oh, Tyler is such a great place to be, ain't it? Hey, stick around with us. Stay in Tyler. Get on the CBS19 Plus app. Come on, now we still got a lot more show. A lot more show.
East Texas. Hello, football fans. Welcome into Under the Lights Late Night Edition. Dan Millay and Jimmy Searfoss with y'all for week 6 of football here in Beast, Texas. And Jimmy, it did not disappoint.
No, not at all. Not
Never
even
does.
a little bit. It always exceeds our expectations. Because it's football season,
Incredible.
man. This is the best time of the year. Hey, we got a lot more highlights here for us. Dan, tell me about this orange game. You know, a lot of these orange jerseys out here. Something you're familiar with.
Happy to do it. Harrington Stadium, Brook Hill hosting Grace. A lot of Syracuse fans. Jimmy, you alluded to it. A lot of Go Orange signs. Guard on the attack here. Paul-Antoine Lapointe tries to stretch it over to the goal line, but no dice, no worries, though. Next play, a little easier for him this time. The junior finds Pine to put Brook Hill up 7-3 midway through the second quarter. And a big play like that deserves a big hug. Check out this next play, though. Sophomore quarterback Zachary Ryle steps back and fires downfield to Lapointe. This kid's everywhere. Now watch him put the moves on to lose a pair of Grace defenders. Where were they going? That's just too easy, folks. Brook Hill's lead increases to 14-3. However, Cougars would try to answer back. Dylan Stinson looking over the middle for Doak Porter, but that pass is broken up by the senior Blake Whitten, who's got something to say to the Grace student section. It's a rivalry game, folks. Later on, Ryle and the guard are back at it again. This pass finds Cole Schlutter in the end zone, and it is all Brook Hill in the first half. They lead at 21-3 entering the break, and it didn't get a whole lot better for the Cougars. Brook Hill takes it 44-10.
I hope they like tackling drills over in Grace, because if I was, that'd be where I'm thinking that practice is going to go here after that performance out there against Brook Hill. Hey, let me take you to the Chapel Hill Bulldogs hosting the Palestine Wildcats early in the first quarter. We're all tied up at 7. Who saw that coming? Palestine's kickoff goes to the Bulldogs. Ryan Harris snags that one and then takes it upfield a little bit in his few blocks, and he's dragged down by his ankle. Little ankle kick there to stop the huge return there for the Chapel Hill Bulldogs later on in the drive. Malik G decides to go and just, I'm going to run it myself. Draw, bowling, and then hands it off, or takes it himself, takes it up for 20 yards. That drive stalls inside the 5-yard line. Bulldogs go for it on 4th down. G takes the snap, rolls out, drops it in the hands of Ryan Harris, takes it in for the touchdown. Extra points good. Bulldogs 14, Wildcats 7. Palestine gets right back to it, though. Noah Hutchinson, what a toss. Finds it. Braylon Beckworth across the middle field for the first down. A few plays later, let's have the Wildcats run some Wildcat, baby. Beckworth again, taking it in for the tutty. This one's all tied up. Who saw this ever happening in this game? In the first quarter, check Chapel Hill here. Gets the ball back. G tosses it out to Marcion Blaylock. We know him. Takes it 20 yards into the end zone for the touchdown. Chapel Hill 21, Palestine 14. Didn't stay close.
My goodness.
Didn't stay close, but
Goodness gracious.
great effort there for Palestine for first quarter.
I wonder how many of the onside kicks. The one time I went and I shot a game at Chapel Hill, they were winning by so much they just kept hitting with the onside kick and recovering it.
And no mercy.
No mercy.
No mercy.
Jack Murphy Stadium. The Bears are honoring the Weldon Bumblebees. The Sabine Cardinals end of the field looking to upset the Bears / the Bumblebees.
Green Bumblebees.
Yeah, green Bumblebees. I've never seen it before in the wilds, but I'm not an expert. 4th down here, Gladewater deciding to go for it. It's a good choice. Achilles Hess rolls out and finds Mattis Vasquez for the first down. Later on, Hess steps back, and it's Vasquez again for a beautiful catch and a beautiful first down. Love to see it. Now, Gladewater power formation. Hess hands it off to Carson Cooper as he gets into the end zone easily. Extra point would miss, though, but Gladewater still leads it 6-0. Second quarter now, Bears with the ball. Hess, quarterback keeper, gets stripped of the ball, but Kason Harris is right there. Don't worry. Look bad. But Kason Harris was there. Happy accident. It all worked out in the end, folks. Later on, Hess hands it off to Cooper, heads up the middle, and then bounces outside. Easily strolls into the end zone. Extra point was good this time around. It's 13-0 Gladewater after that. Man, and they just keep their foot on the gas. 47-0 over Sabine.
You know, Dan, a lot of teams, and you talk about the Achilles, it's a weakness. But for Gladewater, Achilles Hess, that's the biggest strength they got. Hey, take you out to Bill Harrington Tiger Stadium. Our Tigers looking to bounce back after that blowout loss in Week 5. They got the Buffalo Bisons. It's like the same thing twice. Buffalo squared here. Ty Landry with the snap. He's going to hand it off to his back, Josh Smith. He's going to get in some good blocks downfield, find the holes, keep on his feet, gets wrapped up from behind. Tigers move into Bison territory. Same drive. Langley fakes the handoff, rolls out to his left, tosses it over the middle. Hayden Shaw jumps the route. That's a turnover for the Bison. He's going to try to pick up some yards, but he's brought down near midfield. Tigers with the ball on a long third down. Zane Bork gets the snap. This time, looks left, looks right, rolls out, has his eyes downfield, throws a completion to Wyatt Johnson. We've seen that a lot this year. Makes the defender miss, steps out of bounds there. Bork with the snap again, a little play action. Throws it to his right, finds Wyatt Johnson again. Screen pass, this one just takes upfield, hits the gas, nobody's gonna catch him. Tigers drive 98 yards after getting pinned down deep and extended their lead 33-12. Let's see that final score, 40-27. I do believe this game is actually over now. ARP takes a good bounce back win after Troop ends that one.
Yeah, they needed a bounce back, and they got it. But we got to go to Rose Stadium now, where the Red Raiders begin the second half, trailing the North Forney Falcons 21-10. Legacy opens up in tempo with quarterback Carson Gray looking for a receiver and then taking off on his own, scrambling to pick up a first down and a little bit more. Later on, same drive, it'll be Gray again, this time on a called quarterback run. And once again, he's going to pick up another first down, this time inside the 20-yard line. We're cooking here. We're cooking, people. This time, Lenny is going to use his arms and find Akira White, who spins for a few more yards. A lot of spin moves tonight. Raiders have to settle for a field goal, though. And this one is going to be, James Rossell to make the score.
Check the leg.
Yeah, how about it? North Forney leads it 21-13 at this point. On the ensuing kickoff, North Forney's Elijah Otieno takes the ball and takes off, evading Raiders as he goes all the way down to the 10-yard line before eventually being stopped. Couple plays later, quarterback Legend Bay, he's going to take it in for the touchdown. Extra point was good. Falcons 28, Red Raiders 13. Man, a lot of high-scoring games tonight.
Don't think I saw that one getting that out of hand, to be honest with you. I'm a little bit surprised by that one. But hey, man, how about those Gladewater Bears?
How about them?
How about them? Picked a good day to do a story on them. Good week. Hey, we're not saying we saw the future, but, you know.
We're not saying.
Hey, we got a lot more.
Fill in the blanks as you will.
We got a lot more games coming up. Stick around after the break.
Welcome back to Under the Lights Late Night Edition. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for staying with us this evening. Dan Millay and Jimmy Searfoss with y'all. Jimmy, we're going to talk Atlanta Jefferson here. Atlanta was a team that you were high on in our 6:30 kickoff show, so I'm eager to see how they did tonight.
This is the game where they are coming out. You know, if they win this game, they are someone that you do not want to mess with this coming season. So let's get to these highlights. First quarter here in Atlanta. First quarter, Atlanta quarterback Braden Thompson gets the snap, launches it. DeAndrea Simmons. Huge game there. Another maroon game, Dan. How many maroon games have we seen? Thompson passes the ball to Jaden Riley here, gets it off. That's the first touchdown of the night. 7-0, Atlanta jumping out early on over the Jefferson Bulldogs. How about them Rabbits, baby? A few plays later, Jefferson throws it downfield, long pass, but this ball's intercepted. How about that by Simmons? Struck in the middle.
Let him know.
Taking it, let him know. Little stare down there. Atlanta moves the ball to Rabbit territory. Riley makes another, how about that run there? How about this one? Riley makes another Rabbit touchdown here in the second quarter. Just go ahead and flip this one. That one's going to get taken in right before the touchdown. This one right here. Yep, confused the camera a little bit. There it is. Into the maroon end zone for both teams. And Jefferson's not happy about it. They take an early 14-0 lead in that one. Let's see it. Jefferson 15, Atlanta 22. Wow. Jefferson having some losses this year, some uncharacteristic losses based off what we saw last year.
Right,
but Atlanta coming out and punching people in the mouth. How about that? Number 2, man, look at that. You see him staring down that guy?
I saw it. I saw it.
Get some attitude on those Atlanta Jackrabbits.
All right, we got White House at Texas High now, and here come the Tigers. Texas High up 3-0 in the first, looking for more. Cameron Reitner goes deep to Shavonte Montgomery, and that man is gone. Touchdown, 9-0 Tigres.
Montgomery.
All right, 9-0. White House going for it.
Like he's gone, right?
Yeah, I got it. Osino sacked by a pair of Tigers. Turnover on downs. Whoops. Kincaid cash in. Ahmad Moore follows his blockers into the end zone. Folks, this was a mismatch. Let's just be honest with ourselves here.
64,
and it played out
21.
as such. Yep, there you go. 64-21 for Texas High.
Texas High, one of the top teams in the state of Texas for 5A, just rolling through district.
And they better be. You're Texas High. You better represent.
You put the name on it, you better rep it. You know, sitting right on a tough district here. Hey, give me the Wascom. Chris Hernandez. Or actually, let's just appreciate the Wascom run out here first. You want to talk about teams on the edge of Texas? This is a good one here. Wascom. Chris Hernandez tosses this ball to Denver Martin. It's a sky rainbow. How about this one that's for that one's going to go into the end zone. That's going to Wildcat touchdown, 7-0 Wascom. Alex Holt here with the quarterback keeper taken down by Bubba Jones. Just before he get into the end zone. 4th down here. Wascom's going to go for the punt. Harleton misses it, and Wascom's Davian Buffin. Oh, here he goes. Right through the hands. It's going to be Buffin with the fumble recovery, the muff recovery. Hernandez passes the ball here. Looks like we might have a free play, but it's going to get another sky ball. Yeah, goodness gracious. They're just tossing it up there. Yeah, that one's gotten picked off. That'll happen. You know?
I was going to say, you're leaving it up in the air that long. Something's bound to happen.
Harleton, I've seen a few zeros by their name in terms of just offensive output. 28-0, Wascom takes this one. They'll slowly start climbing up, the Fab 15 rankings, but I'm not sure how much this win will help them out, but always get a win. As opposed to what they could have done and lost. If they lost this game, it would have been a mess.
Absolutely. All right, we got Union Grove at Elysian Fields here. We're going to join things in the second quarter. It's 14-9 Jackets in the lead. Union Grove's Hudson Reitman fakes a handoff and later on gets slammed. Whoop! By Brandon Kennedy. My word, that was like a WWE move. Elysian Fields Kennedy passes to Grant Farmer. He's going to pass to Grant Farmer. He's going to pass to Grant Farmer. All right, there we go. Goes around the Union Grove defense. That was the one. There it was. And that is taken inside of What we got? Union Grove territory. It's quarterback keep into the end zone on this play. The Jackets 21-9 going into the half. A little spinaroo into the end zone.
A little Shador Sanders afterwards. Flash the watch. Excellent decision, young man.
All right, calm down.
Excellent celebration, young man.
Into the end zone. That's another Jackets touchdown. And they keep on keeping on. 49-22 is the final in that one. Jimmy, now we've been hyping up the sight game. Let's go to last night's sight game.
We had some six-man football.
Game, Thursday Night Live game.
Yeah, I learned what six-man football looks like yesterday. I've never actually been to a game. The rules are a little bit different, and the whole game itself is a little bit different.
Is different.
Yeah, we went out to Gilmer for some six-man football yesterday. Normally we go to Gilmer, it's for the Buckeyes, but not quite to this time. It was the Bulldogs. Take a look.
Might be at this game. Pitch goes out to the big man number 7.
By number 7 up the
there
middle.
is a flag on the play.
play.
Tosses all the stuff. It's really easy to make a mistake, turn the ball over as Pace tries to roll out, find a man. He's going to go to the other side of the stadium. He's getting hawked down by number 4. Looks to hit Barr, finds Barr over the middle. He's got some open space. All the Bulldogs are behind him. They're pressuring, and now he's got a ton of open space. He'll walk in there for the touchdown. As we were saying, they're firing right back. They're responding. Play the six-man or a smaller football like this as there he goes. There he goes into the end zone.
Touchdown.
Made that look easy. In the backfield, takes the pitch. He's looking to throw it. He hits the big man all alone in the end zone. Montero. There's a snap. Rolls out to his right. Turns upfield. Hit hard.
10, tackled by.
He's going to take the snap, under pursuit early, a lot of grass in front of him, big time block from number 2, and he's got a lot of room here. Maury's going to get
down on the
brought around the 40-yard line. No.
This one got out of hand real fast. Union Hill ran away with it, 64-18. That is a mercy rule handed East Texas homeschool their very first loss of the season. But hey, man, we got our game of the week coming up. We got a little check-in with them.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry. We got to go back. We got to go back. This was a game we were really looking forward to. The 2025 chapter of the Henderson-Kilgore rivalry renewed. Going down at the Bulldogs, at Lions Stadium. Bulldogs came out throwing elbows. Quarterback Casey Brooks is covered up here, but it don't matter because Rayshawn Williams takes the hands off, and that first level parted like Moses did the Red Sea. He is out the gate and gone. Big time Tutty to put Kilgore up 6-0 early. And all throughout the first quarter, it was tough for Henderson. Vince Howard takes the snap and is crunched for the sack, nearly for a safety. Nothing going for the Lions early. To the second quarter we go. Williams with the handoff, and this dude just refuses to be touched. He's gliding and cutting these dudes up and lightly jogs his way out of bounds. Later in the drive, the soon-to-be Texas State Bobcat, LaKelion Graves on the fade ball, and that's why he's a 4-star, folks. Touchdown, Kilgore. It's 13-2, and guess what, Graves? He wasn't done yet. Quick quarterback change for the Lions. Freshman Blake Meeks on now. Looks to give this offense some juice, but LaKelion says, not today. Flips his hips and tracks the football for the pick. Y'all, this kid is special. Closing out the second quarter now, we see not the tush push, but the Bulldog push. Brooks on the QB sneak, and that's another Kilgore tutty. 20-2 they lead it as they came out swinging from the opening kick. Now let's see where things ended up. Okay, final score doesn't necessarily say blowout dominance, but we're going to hear from Damian Bartonik in a little bit. He was saying before how, the score doesn't necessarily reflect the way the game was kind of going.
Yeah, we got Damian actually with us right now down in Henderson. I heard that you had to move a little bit to find some light on you. Hey, but we had a question, it looks just from the highlights that maybe Henderson just wasn't big enough up front here in this one. It looked like Kilgore was just pushing him around, and that's kind of made a big difference here.
Yeah, Jimmy, well, first, I did need to find some light, all right? They shut the lights off about 10 minutes after the game, so I was kind of, I was in a tough spot. But, hey, I found some life, and everything was all good. But, yeah, like you said, no, the size was definitely a big factor here. Kilgore was just bigger. They were more physical. And overall, at the point of attack, especially at the first level, man, they just dominated. And then not only that, too, their skill position guys were just better, right? They were quicker. They were faster. They were stronger. You saw L.K. Graves right there. They had other guys out there. Number 5, their running back. I mean, that dude was running everywhere. Isaiah Waters. I mean, they have so many pieces, so many places where they can hit you from, and man, they definitely showed it tonight. And I know y'all said, the score wasn't exactly, telling that it was a blowout or anything like that, but being here at the game, especially for those first 3 quarters, it was tough, man. I mean, Kilgore really dominated. They were the better team for sure.
Because you are a Texas State man, how much did you enjoy watching LaKeelion Graves just tear it up on the field tonight?
Oh, I enjoyed it a lot, man. I mean, not only that too, you see him dancing. It doesn't matter which band is playing; they're all dancing, having a good time. Especially him; he's leading the charge. It was awesome seeing him. He looks like a stud. I mean, he really showed out. A lot of times we wonder with these 4-star, 3-star, 5-star players that when you see them, if they shine, if they pop, right? A lot of times people look at the pop factor, just how they just jump off the screen or jump off the field. And that kid does it, man, on both sides. You saw the pick. He had 2 touchdowns. I didn't get one of them or the other one. Yeah, he shined bright. It was awesome. And speaking of LaKeelion Graves, I think we have the interview. I think we do. We finally have the interview. It finally sent over. And if we do, I'll send it to you right now on that. Damian Bartonic here with LaKeelion Graves, wide receiver 1, 4-star. But more importantly, Kilgore Bulldog and Victor tonight. Hey, baby, how good does a win feel? Getting that get back, how good does everything feel, man?
It feels great. Going to District 2-0, that's a great feeling. Way better than 1-1, for sure.
Hey, talk to me about this stuff. Two tubs,
yes, sir.
A pick.
Yes, sir.
We talked about it. It could have been 5.
Yeah, it could have been.
Hey, tell me a little bit about your performance today, man, and everything like that.
Man, first I want to give thanks to God, for sure. My teammates couldn't do it without them. The O-line blocking, quarterback, great ball, other receivers running around so I can get open. Like, on defense and the pick, everybody in coverage, I'm just a free man. So, like, it wasn't just me. Like, I made the play, but my whole team did. It was a team effort for sure.
Now, one thing about your game that I really, really like, man, is your ability to throttle down in and out of your brakes and really accelerate right out of your cut, bro. I mean, it's something that really kind of separates the good from the great. Tell me a little bit about your training, bro, because out here, I'm not, no gas. No, I'm not hyping you just to hype you, bro. You look different out here, man. Tell me a little bit about that.
It's crazy. I ain't got no personal trainer, none of that. I train myself. Just look it up. It's just like the simple, like, you got to have a mindset where you want to work. Like, I look up TikTok videos, go to the field, just do it. Like, you got to have a mindset. Mindset is everything.
Now, you told me earlier in the week that you wanted Kilgore to come out here, your team to come out here and prove that all 4 quarters we're going to fight. We're going to keep on going. And it got a little tough out there, right? It was 27 to 10, and then all of a sudden they come back and get a touchdown or whatever the case, and it gets a little bit close, 27-12, and they drive down, but you guys, stop them.
Yes, sir.
You did that tonight. How does it feel accomplishing what you wanted to do?
Feels great. We had a long week of preparation, did everything right, and came out with the dub for sure.
All right, last 2 for you. Hey, I'm a Texas State Bobcat.
Okay.
A lot of people on here, when I post it online, they're going to be happy to see me talking to you. They're going to love to hear you had 2 tubs and a pick. Hey, they're excited for you, baby. How are you feeling? What's the message to the fans out there, man?
Man, get ready to win. We finna go. Hey, be ready. That's all I gotta say. Just be ready.
Now you guys are 2-0, 5-1. How much is this going to help your confidence?
I mean, confidence is everything, but it ain't gonna change our preparation or the way we focus at practice, the way we come out, work hard. Just it's just to show like what it takes to be a winner. You feel me? So like, it ain't gonna change nothing. We just gonna go to work harder on Monday.
All right, D1 4-star. I appreciate you, boy. It was fun. And with that said, fellas, I'll send it back to y'all in studio.
Now, Damian, I know you want to go home, but I got one more question for you. I'm a big believer in Kilgore right now. I think that this is the best team in the state of Texas, and for their classification. The rest of their schedule, the real contenders that they got, Chapel Hill next, Lindale after that.
Oh, yeah.
And I know you've gotten a good look at all these teams now. Do you think any of them can hang with Kilgore? Because right now it's looking like I don't think anyone can.
I think Lindale has the best chance at kind of playing with him right now, because Chapel Hill, I like Chapel Hill a lot. I just don't think they have the depth to beat a team like this, but Lindale really, really does. I'm a big believer in their quarterback, big believer in their athletes. That Fowler kid is just amazing. But I think Lindale has the best chance, but I would give Kilgore the edge over all 3. I think they're the better team, like we talked about, for the reasons we talked about, the depth and obviously the athletes as well.
Damian, thank you very much. I completely agree with him. Wow.
Yeah.
Look at the great minds think alike. Damian, get home safe, man.
Thank you, brother.
We'll see you here when you get back. Have a safe drive. We'll hold it down out here for you. We got more coming up after the break. Top plays.
Oh, yes.
The best of the best. Stick around. Yes.